Next, number 7, no matter how cold it is, you must never look cold. I don't know if I agree with that. Let's I'm going to put this out there and then tell me y'all's thoughts, right? He said, "No matter how cold it is, you must never look cold. No matter how hungry you are, you must never appear hungry. No matter how terrified you are, you must never appear terrified. Because if you are scared, hungry, terrified, and cold, they will be scared, hungry, terrified, and cold." I see his point, but I don't know if I agree with that 100% all the time. To never look hungry, never look cold, never look terrified. What's y'all thoughts? So, before y'all even say anything, I'm gonna lay some groundwork real quick. Is this we all know that, like, as a leader, you should appear calm, right? If you're always like angry or always like worried, you're not gonna last long, so to speak. People are gonna think you don't know what you're doing, right? I think it was Shaquille O'Neal that said this about Phil Jackson on the Lakers. He said every time we were under pressure, or I didn't know what's going on, or we were losing, every time we were losing the game, he said I would look over on the bench and see Phil Jackson and see that he was so calm. And his calmness made me calm. Like, oh, okay, we got this. He knows what he's doing. Him being calm made me calm, is what he said. What's y'all thoughts?
I think it's I'm starting to think about like all the top leaders, like you mentioned, Steve Jobs. I didn't know that story that you mentioned about him. That was kind of like eye opening, and I think that's I'm just trying to ask myself, wow, if I have any of these qualities, because looking at Phil Jackson, I also look at his player on the court, Michael Jordan and Kobe, and they seem kind of calm too. They're not the actual coach, but they have this calmness about them, even though they're trying to, I guess, will their team to victory. So just kind of intrigued by the speculation of the verbiage we're using. It's kind of eye opening. I'm appreciative to come into this knowledge. Just trying to really ask myself if I have these qualities as well. At least some of them, I'm probably sure.
Yeah, I mean, Phil Jackson was even known to do like meditation and stuff like that with his players. But one of the things about him, if you think about it, if a coach gets mad, or even if he gets like frustrated, that will start to put at least some, not all, but some pressure on the players. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta perform good, or I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the heat. I'm gonna get the rage. I'm gonna have to hear it. But if he's calm, it's not as much pressure to the players. Like, they have to perform. So in a sense,
Like that.
it's more freeing. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was saying I like that. And yeah, just so you know, they call it Phil Jackson's nickname was the Zen Master. I think that kind of like now it makes sense as to you told me he meditated. Now I understand why they called him the Zen Master. But when I think of like the coach's calmness or just the top leader's calmness, it's like an extension of his players. Like if he's blowing up, you can expect the players to have that kind of same energy. Versus if he's staying calm, now the players have a better chance at playing with a similar calmness, which would help you be in a better headspace to actually do your job or win the game.
Yeah. Yeah.